Hello everyone, this is Gears, and this is Yawcraft for Minecraft 1.10.2. For those who are in Meaty's Discord, you will recognize the low-tier Inferium essence farm that I created. Works pretty good in my opinion. The mechanical users use watering cans from extra utilities to increase the growth rate of a majority of the farm. The pipes networking system allows the watering cans to refill and the cycle repeats. Now, since the original post in Discord, I have made one design change, and that is the addition of a low number of Ender IO conduits. Now, I'm not sure the reason, it's some sort of bug, but I have noticed an issue with the Ender IO farming station being able to push inventory into the barrel. After a stack of material is reached, for whatever reason, the farming station no longer wants to push from either side into the barrel. Now, I'm not sure why that is. It's got to be a bug, but I have discovered that the conduits do not have this issue. So if you raise your barrel and vacuum chest up one and include a conduit and just set it to extract and input, it will pull out of the output slots and deposit it in the barrel just fine. Same here. I decided that it would be best to keep or try to keep the essence in the one inventory. So this just does the same job. It deposits the essence into the barrel, and the process can continue. Now, a friend requested that I go a little bit into the basics of Ender IO so that you can obtain things like the farming station and the vacuum chest. Now, I'm not going to dwell too much on the recipes, as those are readily available through the JEI interface. But I thought I'd just show or do a quick little explanation of how to get started with Ender IO. To get started in that mod, you will of course need some basic resources. To start out with, you will need a lot of vanilla resources. You'll need ender pearls, gold, iron, flint, smooth and cobblestone and redstone, a little bit of wood as well, and from Ender IO or immersive engineering, whichever you can find in the world. I think it's only the immersive engineering that spawns, but regardless, you will of course need copper. Now, with those materials, you can craft the basic items here, and this is a very basic setup for Ender IO with the critical machines needed. You will need RF generation, which the Stirling generator from Ender IO works just great for that. Personally, I do prefer to use a stacked array of extra utility survival generators, and the reason for being is that even though that they are incredibly slow, they only produce 5 RF per tick. They do so at a very slow and efficient rate. Coal, a stack of coal, will last forever or a very long time in these and produce a lot of RF. It's just very slow. So I would prefer to use an array if I have the option to do so. If you don't have a tinker smeltery or something going in which you could create conduits, you're probably better off creating a Stirling generator. Or if you found redstone alloy in some loot bags, I think it's obtainable through loot bags. If you can't get power conduits going, you're better off using the Stirling generator, I think. But anyway, regardless, once you've got RF generation up, you're going to want a storage buffer, because no matter what method you start out with RF generation, it's going to be slow and tedious to begin with. And you're probably going to want to stockpile your RF just a little bit, just so you can run your machines a little bit on the buffer while this continues to produce RF. I've seen several people just use their machines next to the Stirling generators, and it's kind of frustrating, honestly, because it will burn through the power quickly, way faster than the generator can produce, especially in the early goings. So definitely, with the necessary resources, make yourself a basic capacitor bank and try to stockpile your RF. Once that's done, the two other basic machines you're going to need to get started with is the sag mill for ore doubling. This has the potential, this doubles your ores with potential in certain chances to triple your ores, and also even produce um, bonus ores as well. For example, if you sag mill gold ore, you sometimes, in addition to getting a third piece, you could also get um, a piece of copper as well. So the sag mill is definitely worth it, and it can run without flint, but it increases your chances for bonus output also conserves RF if you use flint. So definitely try to get some flint for your sag mill. The other principal machine you're going to need, and this is a must, is the alloy smelter. 3 modes of operation, all smelting, alloys only, furnace only. I very seldom use all smelting because sometimes I can get some very wonky results. I could put in items trying to get one thing and I could get another. Before I do my smelting, I just simply use one of the other modes, which is alloys only or furnace only. You'll be in Ender IO, you'll be using this in alloys only mode a lot because a lot of the higher tier recipes requires the alloys that exist within Ender IO, such as pulsating iron, electrical steel, and so forth. You'll definitely need this machine in order to create it. The only other method for creating or getting some of the alloys in Ender IO is a Tinker's Smeltery. There is cross-mod compatibility, but for those who do not have Tinker's set up yet, definitely make the alloy smeltery here, and that concludes my basic explanation of Ender IO setup. With this, you can create everything you need from the basic conduit recipes to the dark steel armor set that is needed in the higher tier goings of Ender IO. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to contact me in Discord, and take care, my friends.